All right, here we go. Welcome to the Olight Canada YouTube channel live stream for Black Friday. Thank you for your patience. I see there's one person here, and hopefully there'll be more. I had a nice Black Friday live setup all ready to go on my fancy camera, but it just wouldn't connect. So here we are on an alternate angle. Thanks for being here, Seb. Appreciate it. There's lots to talk about here during the Black Friday sale. Hopefully it wasn't too much problems finding this little experiment. Like I said, I had a fancy camera all up here, but it didn't work for me, so we're on contingency plan. How can you hear me? Is everybody hearing me all right? It's always important to know. I do appreciate good sound quality. All right, good to hear. Okay, so Black Friday is a very special time of year where fans celebrate all the things that we have to be grateful for. And unfortunately, there have been some tribulations during this sale, but I am hoping that we can see the bright side of things for the most part. Although we do have our individual, struggles and issues. In fact, I only got my first two orders just the other day, and I placed those two orders several days apart. So shipping is crazy right now, guys. And I just want you to know that the Olight team is doing everything that they can. If you have shipping issues, do contact us on cs@olightstore.ca. That's a great place to reach out to us. The live chat on the website, also a great place to hear from, to talk to our customer service department. Ray does a great job. Also, Lorraine on the Facebook group does a great job. If anyone stumbles on this stream and isn't part of the Facebook page, I suggest that you join us there, because the Olight Canada Facebook page is a great resource for Olight knowledge and customer service resolutions, and a great place to meet people and post your pictures and share your stories. So join us on the Olight Canada Facebook page as well. Now, I just finished placing my fourth order on the website this Black Friday sale, because we just got a bunch of new products in. The toque just became available. Now, when I told Olight Nick and Olight Vicky that it's not called a beanie here, it's called a toque, they said, well, do we need to change the listing on the website? And I said, well, that would be fun, but I don't think it's strictly necessary. Everybody knows that a beanie is a toque. And I don't have one to show you, but Sean Carey posted really cool, I guess it was pretty cool, kind of cool, some modeling pictures on the official Olight official Olight Facebook group. So if you want to see what the toque looks like before you buy it, go ahead and check out the official Olight group. Hello, Marco. Hello, Cincy. Thanks for the feedback. And the purpose of this stream is really to talk about the products. I love talking about the products. I also like talking about the promotions and the sales and the bundles. But number one, I just love talking about the products. So we're going to get into that right away. Since he calls them beanies and toques, I wonder what the geographical distribution of the word toque is. I've always thought of it as a Canadian word. So that's what we call it here. You can call it whatever you like, but don't call it late for dinner. Let's talk about product. Okay, so I want to start off with a bit of a pocket dump of what I carried at work today. I did a 12-hour shift at my day job, which is in public safety telecommunications. And do you need to carry flashlights and knives during that job? Well, I sure do. Not everybody does, but I do. So, of course, the number one tool is the O-Pen Pro. You can grab one of these during the sale as well. The O-Pen Pro, never leave home without it. But I carry this in my little shirt pocket. But this one, the Friendship Pen with bonus pencil, I carry this one just in my cargo pants, because we do wear cargo pants as a uniform. But you can see that the graphite pencil, it's not quite as sharp as it once was, because I have been using it. I have been testing it. Hopefully, most of the folks that are here in the stream have used or have received, or at least have an order on the way with your Friendship Pen. We'll talk more about the O-Pen Minis in just a second. Another thing that I carry with me is, of course, the Friendship Edition of the i3T2. These two make an excellent pair. So if you've been an O friend for a long time, you might have both of these, which we certainly hope that you do have those. And I carry them every day. It's an incredible combo in terms of utility. Very beautiful, very fun to carry. And you can actually replicate this effect in OD green if you don't have the Friendship pen. The O Pen Mini in OD green and the i3T in OD green available on the website right now. Okay, Peter, thanks for being here, Peter. It was great to meet you in Toronto. Thanks for all of your gratitude. And here is how you change the pencil. So you just grab it real easy and you just give it a twist. And you can see that the pencil comes right out. I don't want to lose it. There's the pencil tip. It's all graphite alloy, one piece. And then you have a little threaded hole there to replace it with. Now, it's like some other OLED accessories in that you got to go through the whole box to try to... That's a great question. I'll follow up with that in a second. You got to go through the box to make sure you're not missing any accessories. There are 2 additional tips in each box of O Pen Mini. And in the set of 4, the gift set, there's 8 total. So that's 2 each. 1 on board and then 2 spares per O Pen Mini, 2. So definitely check the box for that. Now, Seb, it's a valid question. What do you do if the pencil is so worn down that you can't grasp it between 2 fingers? Now, it's a great question. I feel like if it's worn down, you're going to get to the point where it's not a super useful pencil before you get to the point where you can't grasp it between your fingertips. So that's one thing. If you drop it and you break it, which can happen, we have had reports of that happening. Pliers or tweezers is exactly right. Just any old multi-tool that you might have laying around, which is not within the confines of my streaming area. But if you had one, tweezers or a multi-tool would be a good way to solve that problem. Check out this water cup with this wonderful little character on it. His name is Blue Clue, and I got this from Ray, the engineer at Olight, when I got to meet him down in Washington State. He designed the character, and you see how the cup is blue? It's actually just like an aluminum or stainless cup until you fill it with cold water, then it turns blue. So shout out to Ray, the R&D engineer, for that one. We're in the middle of my pocket dump, what I actually carry at work. Now, do I need to carry all this? I sure do, but your mileage may vary. I got this really cool Secrid wallet with a bunch of cards out the top of it. This really fun purple card, which you might recognize. And that's always in my pocket, as well as these really awesome little Bose headphones. They're blue because that kind of matches my uniform. And you can clip them in there and you can listen to the ambient noise while a song is playing in your ear. So when I'm walking to lunch, I have that on me, so I'm not just wandering the halls completely blind to the world. Another thing, this actually got a bunch of use today for practical use in the communication center in which I work. Very glad that I had this on me. I keep it clipped. I do. You don't have to do this. I keep it clipped on my uniform shirt, kind of right down here. Shout outs to the Olight Canada custom t-shirts, by the way. Let me know if you like the look of those. You clip the light, you have it wherever you need it. And we did some IT work today, and so we magneted this under the desk while we were running some cables to replace a unit. And it worked great. Floodlight setting, awesome. We're going to talk more about the O-clip as things go on. What do I actually carry in my pockets? The Arcfeld Ultra. This thing, if you don't have an Arcfeld Ultra, do yourself a favor. There's 5 days left in the sale. You can get a toque for free if you order one of these right now. Available in cool white and neutral white. Spectacular. Spectacular. This right here. It never leaves my pocket. It's always with me, and it's incredibly good condition. Incredibly good condition. The only little speck on it is the scuff there on the bottom of the switch. Everything else is, you know, incredibly pristine. So get yourself a Arcfeld Ultra during the sale. Marco's asking about the thread on the pencil tip. I don't know what it is exactly. I don't know if it's I don't think it's interchangeable with other pencils of its type. I know that Olight's working on making the replacements available, and hopefully they will be able to do that soon. The pry bar's already sold out. We didn't have a lot of pry bars. I carry this in my fanny pack in case I need to open a beer. So these were a lot of fun. For those of you that got it, I'm very happy for you. If not, you know, the utility of a titanium pry bar is good. The utility of a titanium pry bar with the fulcrum being a movable part that's together with stainless steel, it's not the sturdiest pry bar in the world. It's a very sturdy pry bar. It's not the ultimate in sturdiness. So if you got one, you're going to enjoy it. It works great. If you didn't get one, don't be too disappointed because there's other pry bars that were meant for you. The O-Tackle Pro, that's a great question, Sam. Thanks for your question. I don't have any guidance on that. Olight Justin, who I believe is in the chat here somewhere, is a great source of that information. He might have some guidance on that. I'm not sure. Peter, thanks for being here. Peter, we were chatting earlier. The Galaxy Buds. I never went with the Galaxy Buds. I love the Bose product. I've owned a lot of Bose headphones. These ones, the Open Ultras, are a lot of fun for EDC. Great around the workplace and in public transit. Peter, I use my O-Clip Pro daily. We're going to talk a little bit more of that in a second. Now, what kind of knife do I carry? This one, the Rubato 4, I think it is, or maybe it's just the Rubato with the awesome red and black finish, Tanto blade. I carry this a lot. It just feels so solid. Of course, you can't find that one anymore. Another one I really like is this one. This one's the Rubato 4 with the PEI handles. An interesting thing happened to my Rubato 4, and this will directly relate to the Black Friday sale. The pocket clip fell off in the wash. I've washed this a few times. I've washed a bunch of Olight products. This one, the pocket clip came off in the wash, but guess what? That little Torx screw right there fits perfectly with the Torx bit on this one here, the O-Tackle. Gosh, what do we call this one? Got a screen right here with all the information. The pry bar sold out, but the O-Tackle D2 is still available, both in aluminum and titanium. This one's the aluminum one. The titanium is more of a brushed titanium finish. It's got a bunch of really cool... If yours ever misbehaves, you just hit the unlock button and you give it a little slap for disobeying your orders. That kind of drops the bits back down into the handle. I know a couple of people have had issues with this not opening even when it's unlocked. So just give it a smack, which you can only do with your tools and no one else, unless they say it's okay. The Torx bit in there works for the screws on the pocket clip on the Rubato 4, and the Phillips head, the smallest Phillips head, works on the Phillips screws on my eyeglasses. So if that's not a real world use case, I don't know what is for the O-Tackle D2, available on the website right now in both aluminum and titanium for a great price, crazy price. So $29 for the titanium one. I should have thrown that one in my cart. I don't have a titanium one. $29.99. If you're going for the toque, get the O-Tackle D2 in titanium. This one's only $13. So it's worth at least double that. Of course, it might be worth triple that. So you get yours for $13, an amazing deal. All right, so that's the website. There's a bunch of comments. I'd love to love to address those. Seb, you're really onto something here with the knives not being available anymore. Canada is a strange place when it comes to pocket knives. Of course, we carry them every day for reasonable purposes, but some folks want to make it difficult for us. And being that O-Knife is a separate company, we just don't have that intimate relationship that we do with Olight World. So the knives are not long for this world, our world in Canada. Kevin, I'm going to answer your question. That's a great question. The Gober. Yeah, we're going to get more Gobers. Olight Justin can correct me if I'm wrong, but I think they're bringing it back. Justin says the Gober's discontinued, which is really too bad because we love the Gober. Me and my cats, who will probably make an appearance at some point on this table, they do love this table. They wear Gobers on their collars when I let them out at night. Steve's right. Justin's incognito here. But if you see someone speaking authoritatively about Olight products in the chat, chances are it's Justin. So Tad says that Blades Canada, thanks for being here, Tad, says that Blades Canada has O-knives coming in. So, I mean, that's a great opportunity for private companies to stock that product, to maintain the relationships with O-knife, and hopefully you can look to other sources to continue your own O-knife buying experience, because they do make great stuff. I carry it every day. Sorry, Kevin. Yeah, Gober's discontinued. Now, Kevin's question, would you suggest a Baton Pro if I already have the Baton 4 Premium? So, Baton 4 Premium, available in 2 different colors. Well, available in tons of different colors. But the Fighter Jet is one of the latest ones, the Baton 4 Premium. This one, it's bright as hell. And this one is loud. The Fighter Jet is just gorgeous. The gray with the gloss black and the gold yellow arrows, awesome. Now, the designer himself, the guy who suggested the Fighter Jet aesthetic, says that his was based on the A10, and I can definitely see that there's those panel gaps and the rivet holes in the A10. I've never put one of these together. I just love the A10 so much that I bought a little model of it many years ago. It's just been getting dusty in my spare room for a while. But when you think about the black with the gold accents and this, it's really more of a navy type of thing. The F4 Phantom, the F14 Tomcat had this kind of livery. So, but anyway, that's besides the point. Would I recommend that you get the Baton Pro? Now, I got to ask you, Kevin, are you talking about the Baton Pro, the Baton 3 Pro, or the Baton 3 Pro Max? The Pro is an interesting thing to think about, mostly because you get about the same peak brightness. You just get a lot more runtime. But if you buy the Premium with the case, all that runtime is right here. So if you're going to use the runtime all at once, get the Baton 3 Pro. If you're going to use the runtime sparingly, you can get this one and be just fine. Yeah, that's a great question about the Gobers. The ones that are available in the clip with the AirTag holder, that's discontinued too. That's sold out. I think I bought the last blue one as part of my 3rd order. So that one's gone. So no more Gobers. Rick, thank you so much for being here. The Bronze Seeker, we're gonna build to that. That's kind of I'm going to build to that. I got a huge pile of products here that we're going to work through as the questions come in. Thanks all of you for being here. I really do appreciate it. Making sure I haven't missed anything here. And Kevin, I hope that answers your question. Yeah, so Kevin says the Jolly Roger, and you're absolutely right. Hopefully you guys have seen the YouTube short / TikTok that I made about the F4 Phantom with the Jolly Roger squadron on the USS Roosevelt. Go give that a like, because I had a lot of fun making it. I don't make scale models myself, but I contacted someone who does make scale models, and they had exactly the model I needed. He lent it to me for a week, and I shot the video in a couple of days, and it was a lot of fun. So, Rick, we're building to that. Thanks for being here. Bad Philosophy says, welcome. What's the point of half-a-light moonlight mode? It's useless unless you're trying to read something. It's impractical otherwise. I would say it's not impractical. How many times have you woken up in the middle of the night next to someone? I don't know, maybe, if you're lucky. Or are you just trying to sneak around in the tent at night? That moonlight mode is actually super practical. If it's pitch black where you are and you've had your eyes closed and you turn on half a lumen, it's all you need. It's all you need. So when do you want a half lumen moonlight setting? When it's pitch black outside and you've had your eyes closed. You completely adapted to the night. 0.5 lumens is actually pretty good. Okay, Kevin, thank you. Thanks, Bad Philosophy. I wonder who you are. It's a great name. I appreciate you being here. If you're on the Facebook page, maybe send me a message. The Baton Turbo instead of the Baton Pro. So the Baton Turbo in orange. This is awesome. The Baton Turbo in orange. The Baton Turbo itself has been an incredibly well-regarded flashlight in the industry. The industry loves this thing. It's getting very good reviews because it uses a quality emitter, a good size battery for the size of the light, and has that Olight build quality, Olight's magnetic charging, and it's at a great price point. The Baton Turbo is a fantastic thrower, pocket thrower, and people love it. I love it. It's orange. I love it. So it's a completely different light than the Baton 4 Premium. This one is a general purpose flashlight. It has a hotspot, but this has a pencil beam. It's going a long ways. They're totally different lights. So that makes it totally worth it to have a Baton Turbo in addition to the Baton 4 Premium. They do not fit in the same case. Not at all, not even a little bit. Another really cool thing, like I said, it's got a big size battery. Something that is being done for the first time in the Baton Turbo is you can use a rechargeable 18350 battery. Or with the included battery sleeve, you can throw in a CR123, any CR123. So if you're a person who's out there, doing it, and you don't want to rely on a rechargeable battery, you don't get maximum brightness out of a CR123, but you can use it on high mode, and it'll last a good long time, and it'll be resistant to temperature shifts. We're going to talk more about that later. I want to talk about cold weather maybe a little bit later, but this is the rechargeable battery in the Baton Turbo is decent in cold weather, but you can use the non-rechargeable if you want. Seb is not a fan of the Turbo? Tell me more. Tell me more. Yeah, Stefan, thanks for being here. It's an amazing little light. Very well regarded. Kevlar, very nice. Thanks for checking out the Turbo. We really appreciate that. Another really fun product that I got here is, let's talk about, no, we're going to build that. The Olight Pro. Available in these two colors, also available with this awesome little Christmas gift. If you don't have one of these Christmas gifts for yourself, think it over, because I think you'd really enjoy this. Who is this for? This is for O fans. This is for people who have Olights. This is for people that love Olight. Is this a great Christmas gift for someone who doesn't have any Olights? Well, let's talk about that. Will they completely understand and appreciate this gift package if they haven't heard of or aren't enthusiastic about Olight? It's practical. The models are great. It's a brand new popular model, and it's a bestseller model in festive colors. So it's a practical gift, but these color patterns are a little bit full on, if you will. The Olight Pro is a fantastic new release. The Snowflake Red is a lot of fun. The Snowflake Green Arcfeld Pro is a lot of fun. If you're gifting this as someone's first Olight, yeah, they'll carry it in their pocket. Hopefully, they're going to carry it in their pocket for about 2.5 months until they decide to buy a regular old Arcfeld or their Arcfeld Ultra. If they love this one so much, maybe they'll buy an Arcfeld Ultra. So I convinced myself just now that maybe this is the perfect first Olight for someone, and not just a great gift for people who are already enthusiastic about the brand. Tad says the slight flood beam, the flood mixed with the spotlight. To me, it's almost a pure spotlight. There is flood, and that's just the way the reflector works. There's going to be some spill with the spotlight. To me, it seems about as balanced as the Javelot Mini. And when you consider you can get the same performance out of this one with a bunch more modes, the voltage setting, and it had similar performance to the Javelot Mini, awesome little light. The Warrior 3 Mini as a decent throw. That's what I'm talking about. The Warrior 3 Mini has the combination of hotspot and spill. To me, when I think about that, I agree with Seb, the Warrior 3 Mini. Warrior Mini 3. This one, all spotlight. Seb says he usually carries more of a floody light for everyday tasks and then maybe a dedicated thrower for being in the woods. And fair enough. But this does fill the gap between having a dedicated thrower and having something small in your pocket. This represents a lot of capability for not that much investment in terms of price and in terms of size and weight constraints. So Kevin asks, would the Arcfeld Pro or Ultra paired up with the Baton Turbo be a great EDC? And absolutely it would, because the Ultra is a floodlight. The Ultra has 1400 lumens, I believe, of floodlight, and this has close to 1000 lumens of spotlight. So versatile EDC, absolutely. Another cool thing about versatile EDC, these actually pair up nicely too, because with the spotlight beam, it's not as bright as other dedicated throwers, but because it's a spotlight beam, you can see further. Absolutely can see further with the Olight Pro on turbo versus the Arcfeld Pro on turbo, but only a little bit. And that's because it's dedicated to be a spotlight beam. The only problem is turbo doesn't last that long, especially if you're out in the cold. I'll bring it back to that because I want to talk more about cold weather later. Keep those questions rolling in. Thank you so much for being here. I'm having a great time. I always do. A couple of things that you can look forward to if you spin the wheel. Log in and spin the wheel. I got me one of these. The Warrior patch. It's got this mean dog on it. With a, I don't know, you guys tell me, is that an FAL? Is it somewhere between an FAL and an AK with the O-sight on the front? Pretty cool. And this one here, the Arcfeld Ultra Magnet. I've got a few fridge magnets. You can't get this in the reward zone anymore. We're all sold out. But you spin the wheel, and you have a chance at it. Greg, thanks for being here. Really appreciate it. The Javelot Mini being better in the winter compared to the Baton Turbo, absolutely fair because of the tail cap. Sure, more than fair. If you got gloves on, it's going to be easier to use the tail cap. Almost every other case, I'm going with the Baton Turbo every time. But you know, these are not meant to be the only lights that you go into the woods with. This is the light that you bring with you in case you might end up in the woods. You know, this is more of a light that you take with you into the woods as your dedicated thrower. Speaking of additional dedicated throwers, let's give an honorable mention to the Warrior X4, seen here in black, but available in Cerakote brown. Who's got the Cerakote brown? Because I think, I haven't bought one or tried it out, but the Cerakote brown is going to be really scratch resistant. It's going to be abrasion resistant. I don't know if it'll be drop resistant as much as the anodized, but and I think the brown color is pretty cool. It's a lot lighter than the Desert Tan, but the Warrior X4, you could go into the woods for days with this thing. The only downside is there's only those two modes. If you switch over to tactical mode, you get a medium brightness setting that lasts a long time. Seb loves that matte black Warrior X4. The matte black it's pretty sexy. Not gonna lie. The Cerakote brown might go better with your tactical gear, might go better with your coyote bags or whatever you got. Now, another honorable mention. I have the orange Prowess. I love this thing. This is awesome. It's not a new release, but you can get it in the DIY bundles. If you don't have one yet, check out those DIY bundles. This is my rig. I just keep the charging dock on this little Gorilla Pod. Got it kind of flared up so that it just sits where you need it to. The Prowess, an absolutely fantastic flashlight for everyday and for outdoor purposes. Kevin asks a very reasonable question. Would you get the Arcfeld Ultra if you already have the Arcfeld Pro? I love carrying the Arcfeld Ultra, and I carry the Arcfeld Pro quite a bit. here's my Such edition, titanium arc feld pro. This one got a lot of views, and this is the only arc feld that I've ever actually bent the pocket clip on. Caught it on a seat belt, didn't go well. However, you can unscrew them using the bits that you find on your O-Tackle D2. The bits in here are good for the arc feld pro pocket clips. Bend it back into position and it's good to go. The ArcFeld Ultra has a much stronger pocket clip. It's thicker stock. It's designed differently. It's reinforced here and it's reinforced at the bottom. You're going to have to believe me that it is thicker stock. I prefer the ArcFeld Ultra for the pocket clip. I prefer it for the scratch resistance, the density. When you weigh these two, the ArcFeld Ultra in OAL is slightly less weight than the titanium. So you're saving some weight compared to titanium, but you're getting all that durability back. Yeah, let's talk about, thanks Joanna for being here. I really appreciate it. Oh, congrats Tad. I'm going to circle back to that one. Let's check in on the ArcFeld Navy Blue. Now, the ArcFeld Navy Blue, this was a little issue that came up, is the Navy Blue will chip if you drop it. So what are we doing about that? Well, Olight sold off the entire inventory of this first generation Navy Blue at a deep discount to Diamond level members, I think it was. And so those guys got, and me included, I bought a neutral light one, got a great deal on the ArcFeld Ultra. However, it's going to look battle worn sooner than this one. This one's almost impervious. The Navy Blue, your mileage may vary. So I do have one of those on the way. I don't have it yet. And I don't think I'm telling tales out of school when I say the next color of ArcFeld Ultra will be a more robust version of that same Navy Blue. So if you didn't get a Navy Blue one at a discount, you can look forward to your chance at a Navy Blue ArcFeld Ultra sometime in the future, but with a revised coating that is a lot more durable. I'd love to hear back from you, Joanna, if that ArcFeld Ultra Navy Blue holds up to everyday use. If you have one, let's hear your results, because I am curious about that. Tad won the $300 $50 coupon off of a $300 order. That's awesome. I'm glad that you got your X4 that you wanted. Was it in Cerakote Brown? Let's hope it was. That would be awesome. Yeah, Justin confirms that they are improving the color. They are working on getting a navy blue that is going to be as robust as the olive green. Kevlar Team Orange. I'd love an orange ArcFeld with like a matte orange. We don't have any matte orange in the lineup yet. Something like that would be cool. Like something that like you'd wrap your BMW in a matte orange. I'd rock that on the Ultra for sure. Keep those questions coming. Thanks for being here. Tad went with the Black Warrior X4. Hard to argue with black. Always an option. Now, another one. Let's do a little check-in. I'm going to see if those other Super Friday deals have sold out yet. The other one we have is the bar knife. Now, I have one of these here, and it's going to end up being gifted to a friend of mine this Christmas. She's got a bar in her house. She does enjoy it. So don't tell Hannah she's getting one of these for Christmas. You can use it to open your bottles. It does have a pocket clip. It's almost like a stonewash finish, and you can just rotate this out like this, and it clicks into place, but it doesn't lock into place. And then this is perfect for cutting the wrapper off the cork of a wine bottle or what have you. I love the colors. I love the build. It is quite robust. It doesn't lock, so if there's a jurisdictional issue, consider the bar knife. Are there any i5T Plus or i3T Plus in Pebbles? I love the i3T Plus. I've got both versions of the orange one right here. I've got the i3T Plus down here in blue and in bamboo copper. They're not coming back. I don't know if they're working on an upgraded version. I don't think they are. I think that form factor, unfortunately, we won't see it on our website. We won't see it on Amazon. It's not coming back. Sorry. Question about the Skull Arkfeld. I love my Arkfeld Ultra so much, and I like the idea of the neutral white, blue, navy blue Arkfeld so much that I didn't get the copper Arkfeld Pro. I think it's gorgeous. Peter got one. Peter posted a picture. I'm sure a few other of you got it as well. I didn't get the copper one. It is beautiful, though. Let's go. Let's friggin' go. All right. Thanks for being here. The O-Pen minis are awesome. I carry the Friendship one every day. I've, in the last couple of weeks, I've carried a different one of these sort of every couple of days. Who is this gift for? This gift is for absolutely everyone. You don't have to be a fan of Olight to understand and appreciate the selection that you get when you have the O-Pen mini gift set. You don't have to be a flashlight person. If you use a pen at work, if you use a pen in your everyday life, you're going to love the gift set. The pens write great. They use the same cartridge as the original O-Pen Mini 2. And if you want close-ups, Justin posted great pictures in the group. I also have I also have a video on it on this channel that we're watching right now. Peter comments that the copper Arkfeld is pretty hefty, and it probably is. Speaking of hefty, okay, let's kick it up a notch. Let's talk a little bit about the Seeker series. So the Seeker 4 Pro came in 3 different new colors this sale. How crazy is that? This is the Deep Sea Blue. It also came in Desert Tan, which is always a popular color. And it's got a huge upgrade with the bronze and silver. I haven't opened it yet. I was so excited about this that I decided that I'd open it right now in front of everyone. So if you'll indulge me, let's dive in. We're going to do a live stream unboxing of the bronze with silver plating Seeker 4 Pro. Now, I used to do unboxings on the channel, but I don't think they're super interesting to watch. They never seem to go all that well. And even though I'm intimately familiar with the Seeker 4 Pro, I just think unboxings are a little bit redundant. But here's one right now. Okay. You get your classic little warnings right here. You get what do you call it? The dock in there and the flashlight right here. So it's heavier than I thought it was. It's a little bit heavier than I thought it was. It's not sealed. It's not airtight sealed because that silver finish will prevent tarnishing. You get the USB-C charger. Oh man, that's so cool. It's the first time we've used silver. It's the first time we've used bronze. It's not the first time we've used the stonewash finish, but look at that gorgeous stonewash finish. Oh, focus. The focus is good. If this is going out in 4K, you guys pick your jaws up off the floor. I don't know. It might be reversed for you guys, but just cross your eyes. Another really cool thing that Rick told me about was the logo's actually engraved. Like, hopefully you can see that this actually cuts in there pretty good. It's maybe like, I don't know. I'm not going to even guess what fraction of an inch that is because it's actually pretty small. But the silver finish is beautiful. The bronze feels great in the hand. Let's get this unwrapped. Pull out the isolator, as we're all familiar with. Those threads, even the threads are silver plated. Very crispy, very nice. I was worried that it would be too heavy to carry, and it is. It's too heavy to carry. Justin told me, Justin got to handle one of these early, like a pre-production bronze version, and it's too heavy to carry. Will I carry it? Every chance I get. Absolutely. Rick would love to see more bronze. Me too. I kind of want a raw bronze in a Baton 3. I think it would be great because you guys got your fancy copper Baton 3 premiums. I got a fancy brass one, Baton 4 premium. I think a bronze one would be sick. Johnson, if you're having a problem, we'd love to help you. I'd love to know if you just sent that email to cs@olightstore.ca, because the customer service team they go above and beyond every time. So if you're having a problem, message Olight Sam on Facebook and we're going to get you hooked up. Thanks for being here. What else is in the box? What's in the box? Of course, it's all very standard. You get the screws for your dock, the USB-C cable, and the owner's manual. These things are super handy. These little docking stations here. They work with the holster, and of course they're super interchangeable. So you can have your Seeker on there, you can have your Prowess on there, and it actually works really good. I have one in the car. It comes with the adhesive, so you can just stick it wherever you want. However, it's best practice to use the sticker first and then to drill using the supplied screws, because that is just going to be better than ripping. If you put too much weight on it, you could rip the paint off your wall or what have you. Another cool way to use these is with MOLLE straps. So I have one on my backpack with the MOLLE strap, and it sits there and you can pull it in and pull it out. So yeah, Johnson, cs@olightstore.ca, or samfoster@olight.com. So hit us both, because I want to see what's going on. I want to help you out. Thanks for being here. cs@olightstore.ca and samfoster@olight.com. Yeah, as Johnston mentioned, the customer service team is based at HQ in China, so there is some time delay. But 8 a.m. their time. Ray, Lorraine, Vicky, they're busting hump to help us out and do everything they can. Bad Philosophy says, check your drafts, also check your outbox. But I'm not saying it's your fault. We're going to get you hooked up. Okay, the other thing is, if it's not too self-indulgent, I'm going to hit the titanium premium here as well with the unboxing. I just got them, I'd say yesterday, but that's not true. It was the day before. I have been working, so I didn't open them, but I also want to open them, with you guys, because it's fun. Got a lot. Whoa, I'm going to take a breath here. I'm too excited. I am highly excitable, and that's where I'm at right now. You get your warnings. They do say to take the isolator out and fully charge before you use it. Here's a look. I'm very excited about this one. Everyone loves titanium. Yeah, Ricky, Philosophy does say that it's a bundle, and that's what I did get the bundle. You'd be a fool not to. It's still a plastic case, and some people have problems with that. Some people don't. I don't have a problem with that, because if you were to make this out of aluminum or titanium, it would be more expensive. Would it be more drop resistant? Not really. It would dent if you dropped it. This one, I mean, it could crack if you drop it, but that's what the lanyard hole is for. All right, so we're going to pull the isolator and get our hands on the titanium baton for, in this configuration, premium. It's kind of a unique titanium finish because it is a bead blast, but it's I don't believe it's coated. I think it's a raw bead blast finish. It might have a slight PVD coating just to maintain the shine. It is hard to say for sure. I want to compare this against last year's Baton 3 titanium, just so you can see the finish is pretty similar. Now this one had the blue accents, which I love. No questions asked, I love the blue accents every time. Maybe not an orange, but this one has the black accents, which makes it pretty freaking cool. Now another thing I wanted to compare this against is the stainless steel version of the Baton 3 in this configuration, not premium. What do you guys reckon? What do you think is better? Let's weigh them. The steel is still heavier. Now, what I say about a stainless steel flashlight is, you could throw this thing at a brick wall and it would take it. You could throw this thing through a pane of glass and it would break the glass. This one, if you threw it at a brick wall, it would probably still dent. Steel's not going to dent. Titanium might dent. But it's a gorgeous little piece, that's for sure. Another thing I really love about what Olight's been doing with their titanium finishes is, and it's hard to see, but the, come on, where's the focus? They're blue. They're kind of iridescent. As I be very careful, you see they shine both gray and blue. It's gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. So that is the premium edition of the Baton 3. In my case, it has 63% battery life coming out of the box. You got to fully charge it, always best practices. So that, as we run through, is pretty much all of the new products, except for the new Snowflake O-Bulb. I love this thing. I didn't think I'd love the Snowflakes edition, but it's gorgeous. It's pretty. It's red. And something that, don't shame me if I'm wrong for this. Maybe you guys can help me. Did the original sphere come with this little around the world medallion? Or did it come with a different, like a triangular medallion? This one is the one that I found in the Snowflake edition. Let's see if there's any further questions. Michelle? Yes, I think that was me. I'm on Facebook. I'm Olight Sam on Facebook. So you're very welcome. I'm glad that you got that little issue sorted out. Olight customer service, they do everything they can to make sure that you're squared away and sorted out. So glad to hear that that's fixed up. Yeah, Johnson, that's Olight Justin there talking to you about helping you out, because we're going to get that sorted. So yeah, the medallion that comes with the Snowflake sphere is different than the blue sphere, and it's awesome. It's so cool. It's Earth with a orbit around it. So what about these O strips, you guys? Now, as far as lighting strips go, I want you to know that I believe that these are good quality lighting strips. I've had extremely cheap ones, and those cheap ones are actually about the same cost as what we're selling these during the sale. So for 15 bucks Canadian, they're the best light strips that you can get for 15 bucks, right? If you get a $15 light strip off of, I don't want to disparage a website, but if you get a regular rolled $15 light strip, it's dim as hell. The functionality isn't great. They need a little remote. There's no app control. These ones are a great value. The only downside is the little buttons that they use. They're not waterproof. Is that a deal breaker? Of course not. The little buttons only give you access to red, green, and blue. Red, green, and blue. You need the app to change the rest of the colors. And there's a lot of colors to choose from. This one's called Christmas Eve, which I thought was pretty cool. There's some motions, very exciting. Yeah, Sam's asking about corners. I do have... I'd lift the camera up to show you the corners, but the top of the shelves are probably a little dusty. As long as you don't go to 90 degrees. If you try and bend them to 90 degrees, you might have problems. If you're okay with having a little corner, you know, I'm gonna go rogue. I'm gonna go rogue. Check this out. Don't get it twisted. I have one on my desk too. So this is an example of a corner, and it is going around the corner just fine. You don't want to bend it too hard, but it can handle some corners. Now, I have one around a whole outside of my standing desk here in my office. I want to mention briefly, this is not the optimum use for light strips. They don't quite look as seamless as they could otherwise look if you were to be subtle about it and to kind of hide them behind something and use them to ambiently light a surface. That's kind of the intended use, or like the elevated and grown-up way to use these light strips is not to be seeing the LEDs, but having the LEDs cast their light ambiently on surfaces. So, do I regret setting up a light strip around the outside of my desk and on my bookshelves here? Of course not. It's so cool. But in your implementation, consider using them however you like. You can look at LEDs if you want to, but if you have them ambiently lighting up surfaces, it's more of an elevated way to use your light strips. So just wanted philosophically needed to put that out there. Okay. So yeah, 90-degree angles are bad, but these are like a pointing out angle. If there's a technical term for that, please let me know. But like if you're mounting them along the top of your wall, it's like an inwards angle. So I think it'll handle those angles better than it will handle bending over a 90-degree angle. I hope that makes sense. Rick's got 5 of them. I've got 3 of them here. I got 3 more on the way. I'm going to give one to my brother and one to my mom. Thanks again for being here. I really appreciate it. Let's talk a little bit about the O-clip and my testing in cold weather. I've been really intentional about doing some cold weather testing on Olights. And the Seeker 4 Pro is performing excellently. I've got a Seeker 4 Pro. I keep it in my truck. Sometimes I'll turn it on turbo, and it goes turbo even when it's frozen. So pretty good. The O-clip Pro doesn't perform quite as well in freezing conditions. So if it's -5, convex. Thank you, Peter. I think Peter's a machinist of sorts. So convex versus concave. I thought that was more of a dish type thing. I didn't know if it could apply to 90-degree corners as well. But thanks for that, Peter. If it's cold outside, your O-clip Pro won't have access to turbo for as long as you hope it would. It'll still give you access to high. I'm not sure exactly why that is. I think it's just because when your lithium-ion batteries get too cold, they don't push the voltage that you need to get to turbo. So high mode in the freezing temperatures, yes, for a good long while. Turbo, not so much. Keep that in mind. Another thing that I've tested in cold weather is the Baton Turbo. This one does well in cold weather. Just like the Seeker 4 Pro, it doesn't drop too much in terms of its total output or runtime. I think it's a good, it's fair, it's balanced. It sounds like Fox News, but anyway. Thanks for being here. Please hit me with some more questions. I've got about 8 more minutes to fill, but I might go longer if I choose to. Hopefully you guys have put in your orders for maybe your last, hopefully not your first. Let's see if there's any beanies left. Well, I've already bought one, so I can't say for sure. Maybe you guys can say for sure if there's any toques left on the website, because they are a free gift, so it shows that I've already redeemed one. I guess I could sign out and see for sure. Signing out is not as easy as signing in. And Peter's a millwright. Yes. Thank you for correcting me, Peter. I recently talked to a millwright about what that word exactly means, and it means that you're setting up machines in a manufacturing setting, or you're setting up the machines so that machinists can run the machines. Is that right, Peter? Yeah, Dawn, thanks for being here. I wonder if that's... Well, my live stream says I'm still live, but my YouTube on my screen is a little bit laggy. I wonder if that's Dawn from back in the day. If so, hope you're doing well. But yeah, crazy. I don't know about crazy. I don't know about insane. These are all stigmatized words. I like to think of it as intense or impressive, as opposed to anything too derogatory. But I've been collecting for about 8 years now. Some of the oldest stuff that I got is actually, look at this ancient relic. This is from like 2009. I didn't buy it from 2009, but I found it's like old stock. Isn't that crazy? You can see the Baton family resemblance, but then it's got room for an additional AA battery. This is where we've been, and this is where we're going, and we're going there at Mach several. All right. I haven't talked about this one. The Perrin 3 is it's sold out. The Midnight Blue Perrin 3 has done very well, and we appreciate your support. Midnight Blue, one of the absolute coolest colors. I've got my Midnight Blue Night Wolf edition. This is another one that's hard to find. But yeah, Midnight Blue Perrin 3, pretty cool. The only downside to the Perrin 3 is this metal headband strap. which is comfortable and secure and robust. I want whoever's in here, I want you to know that it's a great strap. However, if you slap it on there, there's the potentiality exists for some scratching. I hope you can, well, that's not very helpful. Where the metal meets the aluminum body, if you're in there twisting it like this, as intended, there does exist the potential for some scratching. So, great headlamp, great tool. If you're gonna buy one for the shelf, you want to keep it all pristine, go ahead and do that. If you're gonna buy one to use it, it's a tool, you should use it. So yeah, like Justin says, you can order a Midnight Blue Parent 3, and I think you should, but you're going to have to wait a little bit longer for more stock to become available. It is going to be shipped in a couple of days, in a few days. Stefan, thank you. Yeah, the tours of the old stuff. If you want to see more old stuff, let me give you a quick look, and I'm going to be super quick about it. How super quick, you might be asking? I'll tell you in a second. But this is my little Baton 3 collection, and this goes way back. The top ones are fairly contemporary, like they're the S2Rs. This one is the S10R, then the S1R, and then the S Mini, the fancy editions of the S Mini, fancy editions of the S1. I've been at this a long time. This one is one of the first Cerakote Olights that was done. It was actually done by a third party, by Go Gear. So Cerakote goes back a little ways. Excuse me. I'm going to put that back later. Okay. Any further questions? Did I miss any? Oh, Kevin wants to know about the Omino. Okay, so the Omino or the Omino, I got one right here in orange, but the ones that are for sale right now are white. And white's pretty cool. White's a fun color. But you can get the Omino. And I think every household, or household if you prefer, should have one of these because they're super compatible. You can put whatever you need to on here, and it'll charge them all up all at the same time. Now, there are limitations to this. It only charges a maximum of 2 amps. So spread over 4 lights, that's half an amp. That's a trickle charge. So it's not a fast charge. However, if you have only 2, it'll do 1 amp each, which is appropriate for these lights right here. And a good price too. Some like 40 bucks, I think. Are they working on a new Omino, a new Omi 2, if you will, a Tumino, maybe? Maybe. But for now, we got the Omino. Can you use 2 spheres at the same time? Yes. Can you use 3 spheres at the same time? Also, yes. Can you use 4? Unfortunately not. Because the sphere is bigger than the original O-bulb. If anybody's curious, that's how much bigger. So a little bit bigger. What else we got up here? I had the little Santa Claus topper sitting here somewhere. I was going to show you what that looks like, but sorry. The Santa Claus does fit on here snugly. Santa's got a big belly when you put him on a sphere. And we're back. A black Omino would be pretty cool. Yes, it would. However, black and white, ebony and ivory, various others. X9R, I can't be too specific about the X9R future plans. What I can tell you is, if there's going to be another Marauder, it's not going to be an X9R. I don't think they're going that big, and I don't have all the secrets. I only have some of the secrets. But will there be another X9R? Shake the 8 ball, chances are probably not. Is there exciting things coming in the Marauder series? Absolutely. Thanks for asking. Well, that brings us to 1 hour. I'm on a roll. I love this stuff. I hope to do more of them. If we got another big sale coming up, I'd love to talk more. If you guys have any questions for me, the Facebook page is a great place for questions for the whole community, because I'm just one guy. I do have a lot of experience and a lot of insight. and I love to share it, but so does the rest of the community. A bunch of the guys that have been here, you can trust their opinions as well. Like, of course, Justin, Seb, Stefan, Peter, both Peters, both Quigley and Barbudo. If you're here still, Peter B. Lots of great resources on the Facebook page. Well, Joanna, it's not that much of a spoiler. I want people to know what I can tell people. The X9R was so extreme. You don't need to make a flashlight that big to have impressively bright flashlight, and I don't think they're planning to do that. Thanks, Seb. Thanks again for being here. I'm going to do another couple of minutes just because I'm having such a great time. Bad Philosophy asked about a new warrior. John, if John's in here, I don't know John's screen name, so that's why I didn't mention. Olight John does a great job on the Facebook group as our moderator, as our social media manager. Olight John, a very valuable. I do bounce around a little bit. Let's call it a weave. Just kidding. Olight John, Olight Justin, and Olight Sam. We try our best. John and Justin especially. Is there going to be a new warrior? I'm sworn to secrecy. I can't say what's next in the warrior series. Of course, there's going to be a new warrior. When? I honestly don't know. What? Of course, I don't have all the secrets. But the ideas that have been shared with me are tremendous. So when? I certainly can't say. But of course, there'll be a new warrior. And it will be excellent. Very excellent. Hey, Jesse! Thanks for being here. Jesse, was great to meet you at Nanaimo. And wait, Jesse was in Vancouver. I met Jesse in Vancouver. Too bad not too many of the Nanaimo crew got to be here. But a few of the folks we met in Toronto were here, so that's cool. Well, I think let's end it on a high note. I don't want to spoil anything else. I don't have all the secrets. But the secrets that I do have, I want to keep. Thanks, Stefan, for your support. Thank you, everyone, for being here. Justin, thanks for chiming in. Justin always does a great job on the Facebook page lives. I want to do more of these YouTube lives because, obviously, I had a great time. So, all right, there you go. Black Friday sale is on right now. There's still toques. I hope there's still toques. Correct me if I'm wrong. The bar knife is on an incredible special. Makes a great gift for any of the winos or alkies that you know. Just kidding. Don't tell Hannah I said that. The O-Clip Pro is gorgeous. Like, buy an O-Clip Pro. Do yourself a favor. Buy an O-Clip Pro. Arcfeld Ultra, if it's in your budget, it's the #1 Olight. Trust me. It's the #1. And there we go. Thanks for being here. I love you guys. Joanna says the toque's gone. So on that note, no more toques, no more live stream. Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Thanks, Tad, for being here. Thanks, Stefan. I want to know who Bad Philosophy is. If you're in the group chat, I want to know which one's you. I can't make out your profile picture. Cheers. Bye. I don't want to end. I have such a good time. I don't even know what button to press. Let me see. This is Olight Sam signing off. Do you want to see a picture of my cats? I thought they'd jump up here for sure. I got way too much stuff. Here, Fiona. She's right here. Bonus feature. Come here. Come here, Fiona. Now, I was never a cats guy. You guys can tune out. This one's just for me. But if you want to see my cat, Fiona. Miles takes great pictures. Miles loves jumping up on the bed, on the table here. But, and Fiona is very friendly and very beautiful. But the table's not her natural habitat. She does like my shoulder, though. Should I do the next live stream like this the whole time? Maybe not exactly like this, but like with her facing the front. Hey, Fiona, give him a good bye. Say bye, Fiona. Aw. I was never a cat guy before I rescued these cats off my cousin's farm. But no, you can't go up there. I got way too many boxes. All right. Okay. Bye. No, I missed it. I missed the button. Thanks for tuning in. Subscribe to the Olight Canada YouTube channel. And join us on Facebook, the Olight Canada Fans Group on Facebook. Right, Fiona?